Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salawatu ala rasulillahi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This week's khutbah is on the guidance of Allah to those with pleasant speech. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam ordered us to say good or to be quiet. The ability of speech is a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not just the languages, but the speech itself is a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Of the animal kingdom, we are the only that have clear speech, especially with different languages and whatnot. Subhanallah. So this is, as it is a gift from Allah, it is also a responsibility that we should use our words and use expressions that please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, even in Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, have you seen the example of الكلمة طيبة كشجرة طيبة? The good word is like a good tree, good roots, solid roots, beautiful branches, and it provides fruit for the people. This is like a good word. A good word has ramifications. It encourages and it's positive and it motivates and it has so much goodness in it. And it's a reflection on the owner of the words. It shows your character. It shows your knowledge. It shows your taqwa. It shows your intelligence. Subhanallah. Always you see the ones that use vulgar language. They don't have word. They don't have vocabulary. So they throw out any word. Why? Because they don't have vocabulary. If they had vocabulary, they would express themselves properly. But those that swear, subhanallah, and it's a gift to be in a place where you're surrounded by people that use positive words. Subhanallah, when I returned back to Australia, subhanallah, the first time I heard people using vulgar language next to me, I think I must have had a reaction, because it sent shivers down my spine. And I wasn't used to that. I was used to it a long time ago. But when I overseas for so long, when I returned, that conversation was very disturbing. Just to throw out vulgarities, just like it was nothing. And of course, over time, the vulgarities have become more and more. Subhanallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reiterates the words are like a beautiful tree. The Prophet ﷺ told us, say goodness or be quiet. Subhanallah. So it is a big reflection on the way we use words. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes the people in Jannah that they will use beautiful words, that there will be salam, there will be lovely, peaceful words, encouraging words. And we have to be very, very careful on how we speak in this world. And it doesn't stop at just our speech. It comes also to what we write, especially in the age of social media, where anyone can say anything now, true or not true, or vulgar or in nice words and pleasant words. You can say anything. Subhanallah. So we must be very careful. There's a poet that wrote a beautiful poem. I want to read it to you. It's so beautiful. Subhanallah. Listen to this. He says, every writer's life will one day end and pass away, but time will keep the words his hands once chose to write or say. So write nothing with your hand today, except that you be glad to see it on the day of judgment. Subhanallah, nothing is lost to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Every word, even the Sahaba asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, will we be asked about our words? And the Prophet ﷺ grabbed this tongue of another Sahabi. The Prophet ﷺ answered in the affirmative. And he said, will Jahannam be full of people except because of the words that they said? And then another time the Prophet ﷺ grabbed the tongue of a Sahabi and said, you guarantee me that nothing comes from this except good, and I guarantee you Jannah. Wow. The words, one word can sink a ship, right? How many words have been spoken, ill spoken, without due regard, and it's been devastating. This is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses this example as a tree. A beautiful word, a positive word, has so much goodness in it. because it creates fruits, and the fruits of seeds, and those produce more trees and more trees. Imagine one fruit, subhanAllah, one tree produces how many fruit? And that fruit can create how many other trees that will create how many? Look at the multiplier effect of good words. And the opposite is correct also. A bad word, it can have huge ramification and huge hisab, especially in this day and age where a person can say one word in one place in the world and within minutes it could spread to the other side of the world. So this is truly a very dangerous, it's like any tool. It, like a knife, it can be used in goodness and it can be used in evil as well. But a knife that is limited damage, but a word truly unlimited potential, unlimited goodness, and unlimited danger, damage, evil. Subhanallah, now we don't know what video and what word is going to go viral and not go viral. How many people said something in the heat of the moment and that video was caught, or that word was caught on video and it went viral. Millions and millions and millions and millions of people will see it. And can you retract it? A man came to one of the Salihin and he said, I said a bad word. Will Allah forgive me? And he said, go and get me some wool. So he got him some wool. And then he said, now throw it in the air. It was a windy day. He threw the wool in the air and it scattered everywhere. And he said, can you collect the wool now? He said, impossible, it's gone. He said, that's the same effect that your word has. So fast. So we should be very, very careful in the words that we utter. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us with the intentional words that we use and the unintentional words that we use. And we should always remember istighfar every night for the things that we said, what we meant and what we didn't mean, and what people understood it as well. You might say a word and somebody understands it in an incorrect way, and the ramifications can be devastating. When I was a child, subhanAllah, I was visiting a family, and I was very young, and he was a sheikh. He said something and I didn't like it, and so I responded in a way. I was trying to be funny, and I masked what I said in a way that it wasn't directly rude, but indirectly it could be construed. It could be rudely construed. But subhanAllah, the sheikh understood it the other way. He understood it positively, even though my intention was the other. Astaghfirullah, Allah forgive us. And he understood it differently. And the reaction that I got, up till the last time that I saw him, every time he knew I was in town, he would come and meet me. He would find me and come and meet me. And subhanAllah, imagine if it went the other way. Imagine if I meant good and he understood bad. But I meant bad, and yet he understood good. But that shows his heart. He understood something with a good heart, even though mine wasn't. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us understand. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.